Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle under the readings.
Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on? I thank you for being here. I appreciate that. We got a couple of readings from yesterday that we need to catch up on. PGV wanted to know family issues. Can't stand them. I mean, hey, you can't stand them. You can't stand them, I guess. No fault. Anyway, the tarot reader, Ms. Bay, Sarah Nylie, tarot reader again. Black Swan, I thank you for being here. KSW, it's been a hot minute. How you doing? Meanest Bookshelf, Reiki B, got Maruta, got everybody tonight. All right, on Thursday, we're giving away decks. On Thursday, my birthday, we're giving away the One World Tarot. We're giving away the Field Tarot, and we're giving away Bouchette Designs Meraki Tarot, version 3, and we're giving away the Cthulhu Dark Arts Tarot. So we're giving away all of these things on my birthday on Thursday. So join me for a big birthday celebration as we give away a ton of stuff because, we got to recover from chemo somehow. You might as well do it by giving stuff away. Black Swan and Marie, I thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. Nylie, I thank you for your donations as well. So, yeah, join me on Thursday for a little bit of a fun time as we go. Nina, welcome. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you as well. All right, family issues. I just can't stand them. I mean, I guess we could do This Might Hurt Tarot on that one because this might hurt indeed if we can't stand the family members. Apparently, I don't know what to say for you. I mean, there's always that one family member that has a little bit of a challenge in there. It's not my birthday today, it's on Thursday, but thank you for the early birthdays. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see what's going on with all of this stuff. All right, family issues. So the formal question is, let's see. I have a niece I don't understand, but I just can't stand her. I love my other nephews, but this one, I don't like spending time with her, and I want to know why. The Page of Cups, you're just not emotionally invested in this individual. This individual just doesn't emotionally do it for you. You feel like that you're wasting your emotions on them. You feel like that they're draining your emotions. They're just not really syncing with them the way that you need to sync with them. It's the way it goes. I guess you can't like everybody. If you liked everybody, that would be kind of cool, but I mean, I don't know. Hershey, we like you. What's going on? But yeah, Knight of Cups just says they haven't done anything, I guess, that just sort of romanced you into liking them. Maybe they work your nerves in a little bit of ways. The Ten of Wands, it's almost like that maybe they put some responsibility on you. Maybe you feel like you have some responsibility for this individual, even though you don't. Like they're adding to some responsibility. They're adding to a little bit of work, or they're adding to, I guess, just the emotional thing that you sort of have to sort of get through. Overall, you're just worried about it a little too much. I think this is something where the more time you spend with people, the better off you are, the more that you like them, the more that you appreciate them. So yeah, this is one of those things, it just happens. So yeah. You just can't stand them. Spend some more time with them. Open the heart up. Realize it's family. Family is important. And, at the end of the day, if they're a little kid, they didn't really do anything to you. So, just give them a shot. Give them a chance. Give them a chance, and they'll warm your heart up, and everything will be just fine. But, yeah, I guess you can't stand them for now, but I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, tarot reader, we got a donation we need to owe you over there. Keith. All right, we got more Keith stuff. Let's go with the Keith. Tarot reader, solid victory at FS. Thank you for your other donations. I appreciate you. Tarot reader from the other day wants to know, what is Keith worried about telling me? Why can't they communicate with me? Why can't they get this going and happening and moving and all this other stuff? Let's find out what's going on with Keith. Let's find out if Keith is going to be there the way you need Keith to be there sometimes. But yeah, all right. So yeah, what is Keith worried about telling me? The Five of Cups. I just feel like that they're just worried that they're going to emotionally disappoint you. They already kind of feel like that you reached that point where you're looking for something there that doesn't exist, or you're looking for a piece of the puzzle that's just not there with this individual, and you're just kind of bothered by them, right? You know, she's asking about dumping them. You kind of sort of leaning in that direction over here, and they feel like that what they've earned, the place that they've earned, the things that they've done that sort of makes everything good is just sort of on the line here. And they just don't want to be disappointing to you. They don't want to work your nerves. They don't want to be disappointing. They're kind of, you know, walking over eggshells, as they say. My grandfather would have said. But yeah, that Five of Cups, they just don't want to disappoint you. They're just kind of worried that anything they say, anything they do is just going to be kind of a little bit, but you know, that's just going to kind of thing, one of those things. Overall, the Knight of Wands, you know, that's just something where they're just going to get more comfortable. They're not going to be worried about that in the future. You're just going to have to kind of put up with them being a little anxious or being a little nervous about this particular connection sometimes. So, you know, it's just the way it goes. The way it goes indeed. But overall, I think it'll be all right. It'll be all right unless you dump them and then screw it, whatever. Tarot Reader also has another question, but we got a PayPal tonight for A wanna know, will they contact me back? All right, will they contact me back? We are going in that direction of getting something new. A is like, I'm moving in a new direction. I've got some exciting things out there. I'm really hitting the targets, and I want to know if they are going to respond to me. Since we're close to Halloween, let's get a little bit of the Bohemian Gothic tarot and see where that is going to take us. What kind of adventures we can get with a little bit of a Halloweeny deck as we go through. Yeah, Bartman, they have not sent it to me yet. I'm still waiting. But it takes people time to respond with their information, so I don't want to like get the decks. They're sitting here. I want to have everybody's info when they ship the deck. They're supposedly shipping me the decks tomorrow. Supposedly shipping me the decks tomorrow. So, would that be something all right? Are they going to do it? Are they going to delay it? You know, I really don't know. But they're supposedly going to ship it. So that means, it's going to be a week before I get it. So that's probably going to be next Monday. And next Monday, I'll probably end up shipping those out. So it does take people time to, to get their info to me. And a lot of people never respond. I got a response for my book Kickstarter the other day. It's been 2.5 years. They just now responded 2.5 years later. I hope I don't have that problem this time, but we'll see, right? We'll see indeed. Anyway, will they contact me back? I am doing new directional stuff. I think that they will. The death card says that they may have some things to adjust with that. In other words, the direction may not be exactly what they want to see. It may not be 100%. They may be a little bit hesitant to, sort of put 100% within it. But you're just going to have to sort of just wait a little bit here, see where it goes. But I think the new direction is valid. The Fool says that's going to be a direction that you want to see, a direction that you want to get into. Even if they don't contact you back, I think it is sufficient enough. I think that you have enough meat on the bone here to sort of see where this is going to go and to take it to the limit, right? The Fool is all about taking it to the limit, launching, getting into that next vein, getting into that next opportunity here. And the Six of Wands says you have a lot of support. A lot of people want to support you on here. A lot of people want to kind of get it going. So I think that's going to be important overall. So, overall, I think they are going to contact you back indeed, but they're going to want some changes. The Death card can't be ignored when you're doing stuff like that. They are gonna want some changes on that. Becca Boo, Sandy, thank you for your donation, Sandy. I got your donation. We got Becca Boo in the house, Candy Lou and Becca Boo. Tarot Reader is donating just a ton over here. Let's see what's going on. Why does ED, that sounds like something completely different when you read it like that. But now that you said female and a work-related person, that straightens that up. No pun intended. Oh, if you got that. If you got that joke, let me know. If you got that joke, you let me know, right? It straightens that up. Anyway, all right. I need to calm down. After chemo, I'm going to calm down a little bit, but apparently I need chemo to calm down. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Why does this individual at work, a female, why does she not like me? What does she see that she doesn't like over there? 3 of Pentacles. This is somebody that just doesn't vibe with you at work. It's somebody that just doesn't like a lot of people. This is a very picky individual that, the sun needs to shine in a certain angle. They need to have everything kind of laid out for them. They need to be sort of, fixed up with all the things that they want to do and want to see over here. And the Page of Cups is really difficult to get this person emotionally invested into anything as well. It seems like they've been burned either in previous work relationships, maybe in this particular job, to where they just don't like people in general. And as a default, this is going to be somebody that doesn't like pretty much everybody other than a few select few. The Lover says, I think that they'll warm up over time as they sort of get to know you. But as a default, anybody new is going to get the cold shoulder treatment. That's just how it sort of goes with this individual. But the Lover says, just sort of be patient with them, understanding with them, and I think they're going to be all right. It's not like they're just going to stab you in the back or something like that. But you see that 3 of Pentacles, it is supposedly a sort of a working together card. We're working together on this project, and this person just has their hands up. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to know anything about it, and they just sort of walking away from this particular connection. So, this is the way it goes. I think some people are just hesitant. They're going to be a little bit on the cold side for anybody new, anything new, and you just kind of have to put up with them and just sort of, make it go. Make it go and make it run. Well, there you go. Look at that. We got the Key Tarot next. Doing a little bit of exciting things over here with some Key Tarot. Looking at the key, making the key, unlocking the key as far as NS goes. Male work, what do they think of me? Do they like me at all with that? Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I think this person is going to be a lot more on your side than ED. They're going to be a lot more straight up with you than ED is, right? You got that 10 of Pentacles over here. It just kind of says happy home, happy family. I appreciate you being here. I like your attitude. I like where you're going with this. They just have overall this good feel of sort of encouragement, just basically just a lot better open arms, a lot better on the, kind of just sort of moving through things. But yeah, 10 of Pentacles, I like. You also have the Knight of Cups as well. Overall, they just like you. They think you're a good team member. They think you're part of the team, and they like that. So you just have that 4 of Swords over there, right? This is somebody who's not really going to be too invested in anything. This is definitely somebody who has a work-life balance to where they're not looking at work as their life balance. They're not looking at work to be that super social kind of thing. They already have their own thing. They have their own roaming, kind of movement oriented, sort of going through there. That's just not somebody who's too dedicated to it. But overall, they like it. 10 of Pentacles. You got a lot of good cards here, and that's sort of the way that it should be, right? Have it give you a chance, and you will earn all of that good stuff because that's how you roll with that. Miss Bay is in the house. Miss Bay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at finding a high-paying job. I mean, is somebody willing to give you the money? I say let them give you the money. Let them give you that fat cash. That is going to be fantastic overall. So that is going to be, I'm just saying. I mean, if they're going to offer it, Ms. Bay, I say you take it. All right, but when will I find a high-paying job? I've been looking, I've been scanning the ether, trying to find this. Where is this going to sort of happen over here? I really think the Hanged Man, you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. It really feels like you're looking at near the end of the year or the beginning of the next year to really get some opportunities, to get some things going, to get some things moving as far as this goes. You got the Sun, Queen of Pentacles, and Hanged Man. You got 2 majors here that does say that you may have to wander out a little bit. You may have to get something that's not going to be be something you usually do. You may have to sort of seek the opportunities and sort of be ready to go and ready to jump into something different. It's sort of be a little bit of this hanged man as the whole thing. The Queen of Pentacles does say high paying job, or at least an opportunity where you're making more money is on the line. That is something that you can sort of look forward to. You can get going. You can make it happen. Queen of Pentacles is just a beautiful card for that. You're looking at 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This sort of indicates a sort of a more steady income, an income that's going to be a little bit better than what you had before. But you're going to be looking at different places and different opportunities. So let's say if you're a software developer, you may have to look into database, or you're a software developer, you may have to look into a different language. You know, you kind of have a little bit of back and forth here of sort of changing of variances in the job. So expand your horizons, expand kind of what you're looking for, how you're looking to get it. And I think that you'll have some opportunities open up with that. It looks pretty clean indeed. So I like it. I like it, especially with the Owl Tarot. I said, who? And the answer is Sarah. That is who. Let's see some October stuff. I do have a prediction I want to write down on your calendar. I have a prediction. There's a political event happening at the end of October or during November. I repeat, write this down. There's a political event happening in the end of October or during November. I won't go into specifics, but I think there's a political event happening in that time frame. So that is going to be interesting to see what happens in November after said event takes place. So we'll see if I'm correct, but I do think that I'm correct. I just had some dreams about it lately, and I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh, it's October. Where are we going from October? Man, it really feels like love is lining up a little bit better than it has been before. You do have the Knight of Cups, something we were waiting for. A little bit of romance, a little bit more opportunities, a little bit more on the romantic side, at least getting some interesting things going, some interesting things out there in the romance. So I think that's going to be it, right? I think that is going to be it indeed. So I really think you're leaning in the romantic direction in October. Now, I do think you have to wait. I don't think October just, the clock rings October and then all of a sudden you're in a romance. I really don't think that at all. I think that you have to wait. In fact, it's almost like that there's too many threads. There's too many open opportunities, open things happening in the romance field that you're going to have to sort of pick and choose what you want, or pick and choose where you really want to be in here. I really think it's not really tough decisions, but it's a lot of pathways. It's almost like a big spider web of different things that you want to see, that you want to sort of chase, you want to look for as far as it goes. You got a Knight of Cups and a Four of Wands leaning in that direction, just kind of saying, hey, this is more of a romantic month than anything else. You do have some interesting stuff going on with that. I would be kind of careful about sort of spending money on something. In October, it feels like that there's something that you want to spend money on. It's right there. You feel like you have the money. You feel like you want to spend the money, but you definitely regret it. So definitely watch your finances as far as what you're buying, how you're spending the money, what you're focused on in that, and sort of look at that very carefully within October, especially around October 17th and 18th. Around that time, finances are just going to be, it's like, oh, really wish I wouldn't have invested in this or did this or sort of looked into this, what have you as well. I do think October is a very dreamy month for you too. I would definitely get a paper, pen, put it by the bedside, and start journaling your dream. I think October has a lot of premonition dreams that are just dead on for things that are going to happen to you in 2024. 2024, I think, has some big changes, some interesting things to say the least in that, and you definitely want to have a handle on that and understand that these are premonition dreams. I wrote it down and I have it, sort of in that thing. I had this one dream the other night. Like this one name was there. there. And it was so obvious. The whole dream was about this one name. It kept repeating. It kept repeating. And like 2 hours after I woke up, I had no idea what the name was. It was really annoying. So don't be in my situation. You definitely want to be journaling your dreams as well. And look at the spider web of romance. When I say spider web of romance, it's not an easy A or B decision. It's more of just sort of these threads go here, these threads are over here, and I'm kind of mixed in the middle trying to figure out what to do with that. So yeah, you know, just be careful with your expenditures. Again, 17th, 18th is going to be your big kind of place to watch out for that. And we'll see how that goes. Should I stay in this city or get to moving to my hometown over there? All right. Let's see if your hometown wants you. Let's see. Let's see if your hometown wants you back. Gregory Scott knows about the hometowns. They understand that this is going to be something. Maybe you want to move, maybe you don't. We'll see what goes on over here. How will I meet the next person? Nessa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you as well. All right, should I stay? Should I move? Let's do a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We got stay on the left. We got move on the right. I think you should move. I think obviously immediately from here, move to your hometown. There's somebody waiting for you at your hometown. Nylie, who the hell is it? Somebody's sitting there waiting for Nylie to move back. It's like maybe it's a possible romance. Maybe it's a possible thing to where maybe family or somebody you used to know or an old flame. It feels like somebody's waiting for you to move there, and I think that's going to be important overall. I think obviously that you should move to your hometown. All right, staying. What do we got? Three of Swords. A lot of convenience factors are here on the staying aspect. You want to stay because it's just convenient. Ain't nobody like to move. It's a pain in the butt. But this is something where staying really doesn't get you where you want to go. It feels like the stagnation has really kicked in here. Page of Cups, you're not really emotionally invested in where you are at. And you feel that moving is going to give you a fresh start. It's going to give you a place to go. And overall, the Two of Cups with moving back there. Not only that, but somebody waiting for you as well. King of Swords says you have the power in your hometown. You're familiar with everything. You know where everything is, and you have a lot of good opportunities there as well. I would go with that. For the romance alone, it just looks decent, and I'd get the hell out of the city that you're at. You know, just entertainment purposes only, obviously. Lady, if I already said, did I say hello already? I don't know. Samantha, hello. What are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for your donation. We got Black Swan is next. R&I in October. Is R&I going to work? Is it going to be the love of a lifetime? Ooh, let's see about that. If R is going to be there, we'll see what goes on with the love balloons for R and U in October. Go ahead and use the Victorian romantic with that. Hans, welcome. What is going on? Appreciate you hanging out. All right. Let's see where this is at tonight. R and U. Are you ready for R? Are you ready for R? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you are ready for R. Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, a Five of Swords, Page of Pentacles. October feels like there's more innovation in this relationship than anything else. Like R just wants to get out and do stuff. R wants to get out and have some fun. R wants to do something a little bit different. The Five of Swords. It almost feels like that they're in the stagnation period where they're not content. They're not happy with a lot of stuff. They want to get out. They want to move. They want to do some things. So some Oktoberfest. I really think that they'll be excited about that. I really think you have a lot of interesting and some things that you could talk them into. Seven of Wands says they're not going to be as defensive as they usually are about this. I do think they're a little bit defensive sometimes, but overall, I think you're going to have some very powerful stuff come through in October in this particular kind of thing. Page of Pentacles, don't think that this relationship is really going to move forward in October. You have this level of stagnation, and I think it's already hit them, but it's going to expand. It's going to blossom a little bit, and I think they're going to be more frustrated than anything else in October about what is the destination here? Where are we going? How are we doing things? And kind of what are we doing? It's almost like they want some answers to some big questions in October, and the answers are just because they're just kind of not doing what they want. They don't feel satiated. They don't feel on target. They feel a little bit sort of backed up, no pun intended. But, you know, it's the way it goes as we're sort of doing that. Overall, just look for a little bit of an expansion phase in that. Look for them wanting to do some different things. Look for, and I think you can really talk them into some fun stuff if you sort of just get over there and sort of make it happen. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Hello, T.O. Well, hello, Marie. What is going on? What does my spirit guides want me to know tonight? Let's hit up this spirit guides with a little bit of the Wizards of Tarot. From Push Kitty, Wizards Tarot. Everybody loves this deck. It's one of the faves on the channel. A little bit of that Harry Potter stuff happening. So yeah, a lot of the good Harry Potter stuff. I am looking at building a very robust Harry Potter castle. So it is kind of prohibitively expensive, but I'm looking at this Lego set. I'm trying to get it to where it's not as prohibitively expensive, but by using third-party Legos, so it's not real Legos, it's like some third-party brand. Anyway, I'm looking at that. I'm trying to figure this out, but we'll make it. Homemade Oktoberfest. There you go. You know, just serve some big mugs of beer and dancing and make all of that happen. All right, spirit guides. Let's take a look. Eight of Wands. Where do they want you to go? They have expressed in the past. They have communicated with you in the past about where you should be going. Where you should be going. And I think that's something you haven't really chased. You haven't gone in that direction, but you're just going to have to sort of embrace that. I think that they're not really giving up on that, right? You got a little bit of that Eight of Wands over here. I need you to go in this direction. I need you to sort of move in that where we're headed, and I need you to do something and make things go. So that is going to be important, right? Maybe that's a setup or a layup for something later on. Maybe that's something that they've been sort of teasing you, guiding you very lightly, but I would take it more seriously now than ever. It feels like now is the time. The cycles are lined up. The planets are lined up. It's time to take some action that they have been communicating with you in the past. And the Eight of Wands is a good movement card. You got the Chariot, Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, all the Knights. You got a lot of big movement cards. Eight of Wands talks about something that could be more of a short-term goal, or it could be something that's reachable within a reasonable amount of time. The Eight of Wands is you're throwing sticks up in the air and then they land, right? Sticks aren't going to stay in the air a long time unless they're brooms. But that overall, it feels like that is something that they've been expressing and something you definitely should chase as well. The Lovers really feels like chasing the love of your life, or chasing this connection, chasing emotional satiation is going to be important for you as well. And this is something that sometimes it just doesn't come as a freebie. A lot of times you don't get that free emotional connection. You don't get that satiation. That is something you have to chase, and this could be a chaseable thing to do. The Lovers here, as the first card, talks about love, talks about emotional resonance being important, talks about getting some of that started, getting some of that moving, and that's going to be where you're at with that. Overall, the Six of Pentacles, don't turn down any gifts. I do think there are some gifts coming your way and on the horizon, and you definitely don't want to turn those down. You want to sort of open yourself up. You want to get this moving. You want to get this excitement happening, and that's going to be sort of an excellent thing, you know, kind of going forth as far as it is. Overall, King of Cups, don't be too emotionally tied to any particular thing. I do think you have an up and down kind of a cycle that you're going through at the moment, so don't get emotionally tied to too many things where you're frustrated, where you're angry. Don't put the emotions into things that don't need to have emotions jammed into them, because sometimes that does lead you down the path of the dark side, where you're all upset, you're all worked up by stuff. You know the way it goes. Nylie is single is what I'm talking about. What's your number, Nylie? Just kidding. But yeah, let's see what kind of singularity we can get going in here. We got a little bit of modern love happening tonight. We need a lot of that modern love. Sandy needs some too. Sandy, you are next in the queue. You are next in the queue. Let's get this Ethany deck out there, Nylie, and see what kind of love you got on the horizon. Get you some love. Oh, get you the heart of hearts over here. Look at that. Get you the fanciest animation I've ever bought. The fanciest one that's ever been created. It's the Heart of Hearts. See where this is going to take you tonight. Cinderella, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Tower, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. You've had a rough love life. You've had a rough love life. It's time to let that go. It really feels like you're hanging on to something that ain't working in life. That's not sort of protecting you. That's not letting you be the person that you want to be. This is definitely something you're going to have to release. You're going to have to let it go here. That Tower says, let things collapse, let things go. And this could be some emotions that you're holding on to, some connections you may be holding on to, and definitely not doing any good at this point. Definitely kind of causing some emotional turmoil. The Five of Swords, even if it doesn't work, even if things are a little bit challenging, move past it. Keep looking for the love of your life. Keep looking for things that are going to be powerful, that are going to be fantastic, because the Queen of Swords says this is a moment in time to where you have a little bit more control. Not really right now, but more into the November time frame. You really have a lot more control with love. Your manifestation is on point. You have a lot of very on point things that you can reach for, and you can make it happen. But yeah, you've had some rough times, a little bit on the rough time there. And the tarot just kind of says, hey, gotta let go. You have to let go. So let's, speaking of let go, we still got the Sandy thing with the lawsuit or the money situation. Let's get that happen. That is an adventure indeed. So let's use it with a little bit of an adventurous tarot right now. A little art of the adventure. Will my cousin Art agree to resolve the dispute between ourselves? And what is this person thinking? Man, that is frustrating when you do get somebody, you know, sort of a family member. You're trying to sort of work things out. They're not on your side here. The Empress, that 8 and that sort of that 9 feel. It really feels like that they're going to agree to their side. In other words, they have a limit on what they're willing to do. They have a limit on what they're willing to sort of give out here. It's almost like they have a number in their head, and that's the number that you're going to get if you're going to get anything, if you're going to sort of resolve this, right? Because almost like they're just ready to leave the whole situation. They don't want it to escalate. They're ready to sort of give you a certain amount. That Empress just says probably not the amount that you want, but it's something where at least they're willing to come to the table and work with you. And I mean, you know, since we are family, I guess we could work with you a little bit more, and as something you're going to have to sort of, you know, get the dispute going and get the dispute resolved. And it could be a legal matter as well. We saw that previously with the Justice card, sort of in the context of this. But I think you'll be willing to sort of, you know, get them to come to the table to work it out and at least resolve this. So again, what are they thinking? They're thinking a number, and they want you to have that number, and you know, that's the way it goes. What is that number? I have no idea. If I knew, if I had any intuition, I would have told you, but I have no clue whatsoever. But you know, that's the way it goes. Anyway, Mike and me, let's see what's going on. Love reading for Mike and myself. Can we get the love balloons for that? Maybe we could get the love balloons, make all of that happen over here. See if Mike is going to be on our side. Sarah's on our side. Thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, man, love reading for this relationship. I really think this relationship is going to do you a lot of good. There's a lot of different aspects to this relationship that's going to do you good, that's going to make things work, that's going to be sort of fantastic overall for you. You got the Hanged Man over here. Now, you're sort of approaching this. This is going to be a little bit of a new relationship, a little bit more adventurous, and maybe you're willing to sort of go forth with. But I do think that you have a level of adventure, a level of fun, and a level of sort of newness about this. It's going to sort of bring in some refreshing things that you're kind of waiting to see here. Overall, the 8, it says, I would say after a few months, somebody's sort of ready to leave. Somebody is frustrated with something. Now, can you work it out? Absolutely. The Knight of Pentacles does say we put a lot of work into this connection. We really want to make this connection, be functional, but somebody's just upset about something and we need to talk it out. We need to figure it out. And this is going to be something very focused and very sort of on point here with this individual. You're just going to have to sort of accept that as it goes through. Overall, the Nine of Pentacles just says, hold on to what you have. Look for commonality rather than things that are separating you two. I think that's really going to go a long way with here, as well as meet in the middle when we're having some issues. Because I do think you have a little bit of a separation. You do have a little bit of a problem that occurs here probably the next couple of months. Just embrace that. Be willing to work through those problems, and that makes a relationship, that makes a connection stronger rather than weaker if we're willing to sort of work through our challenges rather than just leave on a whim, right? Or sort of abandon something on a whim. There we go. Anyway, FS is next. Should do summer school or an intensive November course. We can get a throwdown on that. We'll do that once.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We'll do that once more. We'll do that once more. By the way, join me on Thursday. Thursday is my birthday. I'm celebrating by giving you the One World Tarot, the Meraki 3rd edition, the Field Tarot, and the Mystical Melodies Tarot. So we're giving away all of this stuff. Mystical Melodies, the Field on Thursday, Meraki 3rd edition, and the One World Tarot. So be here to get all of this stuff on Thursday. And it's going to be a rockin' party. I am coming off of chemo on Thursday, so I am going to sound kind of funny, but, I sound funny anyway. That's the way it goes. Samantha, thank you very much for your other donation. I appreciate it. Summer school is on the left, or an intensive. Oh, no, don't do that, damn it. It seems like summer school. Summer school just has an easier way to do things. Summer school just seems to be a little bit simpler. I think the intensive, quite frankly, is a little bit too intensive. It's like now I have to choose between basically enjoying my life or doing this intensive November crap. It really feels like that there's too many things happening. There's too many moving parts here, and you're not that excited about this intensive November thing. Six of Swords says it's really intensive, too intensive. It sounds like a good plan. It sounds like a beautiful opportunity. The reality is summer school just makes it better. It's almost like you have a little bit better opportunity, a little bit better coursework, and the strength says that there's more patience with you. If you need to be guided through something, if you need to sort of have some help, you're able to get that in the summer school versus the November intensive, as well as I think you have some good classmates that are going to be on your side. They're going to be willing to work with you, help you as study buddy, whatever you need on the summer side. But the intensive just feels like it's a little bit too intensive. LOB, I thank you very much. I appreciate your dono as well. Silent Victory, you are now next. Let's see what Silent Victory wants over there. Will I buy a rental property? Oh my. Let's see if we're going to get some rentals going over here. I mean, hey, we can. I guess we can get some rentals. I'm going to buy a rental property within the next 2 years. Intuitively, I think yes. Intuitively, I think yes, because you've been looking, you're going to buy. I mean, it's pretty simple reading, right? You've been looking, you've been scanning the ether. You know that you have the money. You know that you're going to be prepared for this. You know that you're going to be invested in this, and that's going to be something very focused, something that you want to do. And you've been thinking about this a little bit too damn much to give up on it. Four of Wands just talked about happy home, happy family, the new happy home, happy family, where you are able to get something going. We're going to go with a beautiful thumbs up on that read. I like that read quite a bit, and it is nice indeed. So there we go. Forager's Daughter's Tarot. I remember that. I think it was interesting. Was that a Kickstarter? Now I got to go look. Forager's Daughter's Tarot. Was that a Kickstarter? Oh, let's see. Forager's Daughter's Tarot. Oh, it comes right up, too. Forager's Daughter's Tarot. Oh, the Forager's Daughter. Oh, I think that's porn. No, I don't think that's right. Here we go. Forager's Daughter's Tarot. I mean, it's cute, sure. I mean, it's nothing I'm drooling over, but it's cute. All right, anyway, we'll see with that. All right. Yes, Nina, your reading did happen, Nina. Everybody's missing their reading. Nina, your reading took place in 34 minutes, 47 seconds. 34 minutes, 47 seconds. That is where your reading is. So there we go. All right. So we got Nina right there. There we go. All right. Let's move on. Let's do a little Cappy Baby Tarot. That'd be great. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Nice indeed. Yeah, $70. Every tarot deck is like $100. You know, I went to the stupid store, the grocery store, and I got one of those handheld baskets. I'm not the handheld basket, right? I put my stuff in the handheld basket and I rang up, and it was $100. I didn't buy anything. It was $100 for a handheld basket's worth of stuff at the grocery store. I was like, oh my God, that is just prohibitively expensive. Like, how can people eat? Like, if you don't have any money, how do you eat? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Other than I have no idea how people eat at this point. But you remember when you could pack a cart full of stuff and it was $100? Now you get a handheld cart that weighs like 3 pounds. It's $100. Cinderella, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right, well, TCB interested in working with me doing the research. Eight of Cups says not really. The Death card says they really disagree with you on a lot of stuff. Now, I mean, if that's something where they need to sort of work with you, they're required to work with you, I think they'll be pretty flexible with that. But you just have that Death card. Like, I really don't agree with what you're doing. I don't like sort of this research aspect. I'm not too thrilled here with this. Eight of Cups is sort of abandoning the entire thing, and they're not online with it. That Four of Cups as well. I really don't think they're refusing it here. They're refusing it here. They're refusing it here. So we're going to go with a thumbs down. We're going to go with a thumbs down on this person getting you moving. Potatoes, bananas, and pasta. Bananas are super cheap. I got to say, bananas are dirt cheap. I love me some. See, that's why I love me some bananas with that. Will Keith want a committed relationship with me? As long as you don't dump them, maybe. As long as you don't ditch them, maybe they will. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Nine of Pentacles, Magician, and the Strength card says quite possibly. I think you could talk him into it. We'll go a little bit with the love balloons here. Now, obviously, you have been around, tarot reader. You know that this is not exactly the best reading for this. I'm sorry. This is not the best reading, right? You're kind of getting a little bit of a yes, but not enthusiastic yet. Strength, Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles doesn't equal Lovers, Two of Cups, doesn't equal a Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, not even a damn Four of Wands over here. It feels like the commitment is going to be hard to come by, but I do think that they could be sort of doing it. If you have patience with this individual, and I think that they need some patience in order to get this done, to get this moving, to get this in the range that you'd really like to see. Because the Magician card says that they're kind of happy with things as is, and moving them into that next direction, moving them into that next slot could be a little bit difficult. But overall, Nine of Pentacles says, hey, they can be talked into it, but again, you don't have the smoothness, the beautiful flow that we would have with a Lovers, a Ten of Cups, and followed by a Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just don't have that flow that you would like to see for that yes answer to be just like a firm yes, is what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll see what's going on with that. How will I meet my next person? Ooh, let's get a little bit of the romantic tarot again. Oh, you know, I really like this Victorian romantic. I think this thing is flexible like a gymnast over here. This thing can do anything you want, from work reads, romance reads, but I really think it is something nice. It is something nice over there. How will I meet my next person? Magician, Fool, and the Chariot. You got solid majors over here. I really think this person, you meet them at work. You meet them at work, right? Why do I say these? I say we got a Magician over here. This is a work-related kind of thing. I'm at work, sort of functions as a Ten of Pentacles, maybe an Eight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You just got the Magician over here. A lot of majors. It feels like you really, really synchronize. You really get into something with somebody at work, and it really captures your imagination. And I say captures your imagination because they have more of an impact than just sort of an average person that, you know, just sort of wanders around and like, yo, here's this person, right? But you have this Fool as well with a Chariot. It's like they want to go out and do something, maybe as a group or something, and then all of a sudden you're sort of interested in them. They're looking at you a little too long, and you're like, I think this person could be interested in me. We're at happy hour, get a couple of drinks in us. And overall, the Chariot says we have a lot of movement very quickly. This is not something we have to wait for a result. You have some sort of a synchronicity with this person. You get invited out to a group setting. All of a sudden, they're looking at you a little too long. And that's how I think that you meet the next person. And I think, well, your next person. I think that's something good indeed. All right. Is there anyone waiting for me to contact them? Hey, if I tell you, then you'll be able to contact them immediately. See, that's a nice thing going through here. That is the nice thing going through here. If you know, you'll be able to call them immediately. So, you know, I was just on a tarot show. And this fat boy, he said to me, I think that this person's waiting. And so I'm saying, hey, well, what's the deal? Why haven't you contacted me? You waiting? What's going on? Anyway, let's go with a little bit of the Dancing Bear indeed. All right. Is anyone waiting for me to... This could be a no, too. It could be a no, too. We'll see what's going on with that. Oh, man. You have the Justice. You got a Libra. I think you just got a Libra waiting to contact you from this, right? This is somebody who ain't going to contact you. That is interesting indeed. That is very interesting. I don't think I've seen this in any of your readings before. It's a direct answer to your question, but it's also including the fact that this person ain't going to contact you. This person is not going to do it. The Hermit, I'm not going to do it. The Ten of Swords, they've thought about it. They've come up with that. They're excited about it, but overall, they never just picked it up and did anything here. Overall, I think you're really looking at a Libra. The Libra is waiting for you to contact them. So, pick up the phone and give a call right now. Stephanie gave me a dono call. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Contract with the CPAD. We'll see how that goes. Samantha's got a couple more questions. Well, let's get them started over here. Where might intern be at the fall after? I don't know. What do you mean? Where will it be? Where my intern? Oh, you mean a location? Where will it be? Samantha, do you mean a location or like the status of it? I don't know. We'll read over here. The star says it's not really going to be an internship. It almost feels a little like there's an internship that's taking you into something bigger and better almost immediately. Like, hey, we're interning. Oh, by the way, we need somebody right now. All right, we need somebody right now. This is a no crap internship right here. You know what I'm saying? It feels like the minute you start, they need you. It's like, hey, I know you're an intern, but let's get you started over here immediately. I mean, you give that Seven of Pentacles over here. The internship is really sort of romancing you into sort of a full-timer. The romancing you into doing something within that company over here. The King of Pentacles are offering you some money. They're offering you some money as far as it goes in date. And the Star, right? The Star just said this is a pathway that you've been wanting to go. It really feels like sort of a medical kind of thing. You have the Star over here, a King of Pentacles, kind of sort of a bigger city, sort of a medical industry kind of thing. And I think that's going to be where your internship is. It really feels like they're really excited about getting you going and getting you moving within the context of that. All right, let's see. What will be some exciting things for me in 2024? Number one, I think you have a job opportunity of a lifetime in 2024. I think you just do. You have a job opportunity of a lifetime. I think sort of, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it really solves itself in 2024. The map is open to you. The map points you in the direction you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do. It feels like all of your doubts, all of the things where you're like, I don't really know if I want, all that's eliminated, right? The reason I say that is because the Star in the previous thing, it feels like everything is mapped out, laid out, is really happening for you and to you at the same time. You know exactly what you want to do. And I think there's sort of this revelation that just hits you one day of this is it. This is my soulmate job, right? And that kind of happened to me with application development. I was good at application development. I was so good that I just went in and I just, ran circles around the majority of the other people around me. So that, so I was like, okay, this is me. This is what I do. But that sort of application development just sort of romanced me into that mode, and that's going to be it. Samantha, thank you for your other donation. You're the last donation, Samantha. We are cut off into the no more realm for tonight. Will be some exciting things from me in 2024. The Queen of Cups. I really feel like romance, love is settled down in 2024 where you don't want to do anything else, where you're not really looking anymore. You find the people that you need. You find that romance that you're looking for here. Hanged Man said this is definitely not a romance you were interested in. It's not something that you had even thought about. In fact, looking back, you're like, this is completely wild and unusual. I have no idea how I even got into this thing, but I'm into it, and I think that it's really working for me. But it feels like that romance is off the table. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like when you're starving to death, you go and you have a big steak meal or something, and then you're not worried about food for the next 2 days, right? But it's one of those where it feels like 2024 romance is taken care of. Wheel of Fortune feels like that you're on your path, like I'm talking about before. You understand where you're going. You understand what you're doing. And it feels like you're walking your destiny, or you're walking your path. And there's a lot of power in that as well, because once you're walking that, once you know where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, I think a lot of excitement comes through there. And it feels like that you're really walking your purpose. You really know what you're doing and how you're doing it, and there's a level of just sort of anticipation, excitement, just sort of exhilaration that comes with all of that indeed. Tarot Reader is exhilarating me. Let's see, if Keith my forever life, I don't think so. I'm spitballing here, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, we had kind of a, you know what I'm saying? You don't, so your readings with Keith are like, don't dump him, but he's all right for now. Jules, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. You got a general. We got you covered, Jules. All right. Is Keith my forever life partner? I think you're going to get a rough read. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a rough, you know, sometimes I call it, sometimes.
T.O. is the best tarot reader ever.
Sometimes I call it, and I called it. A little bit of that Page of Wands, and I'm not really in there. We're not in it to win it right now, I'm sorry. That Hermit card says everything a Hermit card should say, indeed. This is not going to be your life partner. But hey, what is that? If you can't have the one that you love the one that you're with. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have the one that you love the one you're with. So there we go. That's a song, by the way. But yeah, there we go. Cinderella is next. Let's see what Cinderella wants over here. See what's going on with this. We got Nina, got tarot reader. Okay, general for October. Anything to be aware of? Good, bad, health, love. Okay. All right, let's do a little October reads over there. Making it happen tonight. October. Oh my. That's having a rough time catching up with me today. So yes, it's having a rough time catching up with me today. So I'm typing and nothing is appearing. I'm typing and nothing is appearing. So we'll see with that. All right, October. Anything I should be aware of? What's going on? It's not too far away. It's not too far away indeed. We'll see how that's going to work for us. Oh man, 4. I continually say, you don't want to hear it, and I continually say it. You're going to be really going to somebody else's house, or you're going to be going to someplace. You're taking a trip to see somebody. It's like, again, you don't want the long distance love. I predicted the long distance love. I know you don't want it, but we keep getting it. We keep getting it. There's some, and I'm not saying the long distance love is a, end all be all, the ultimate solution, but really find that you enjoy this connection. I mean, you just get sort of romance. You just get sort of nice to, sort of this nice thing to go forth with here, right? I'm looking at a long distance as far as October is. And it's not something that you had. That's not something that you have to sort of embrace, but I think the open door is going to be there. You are going to have a little bit of an interest in sort of this individual, what have you. But I think October is all about taking a trip somewhere. You have some place to go. You got some things to do. You got some things happening, but, that's sort of the way it goes. Anyway, again, I'm not saying you have to take the opportunity, but the opportunity may be there indeed. So I think that's going to be it. Anyway, you're also talking about, again, taking a trip. This may be as well. It may be as well with girlfriends, taking a trip with them too. You just have this trip here. You have a new home here. You have looking at something here. Maybe this is something that's enticing to you, but you don't embrace it, that you don't do it. But there's definitely something enticing sort of happening as far as a distance. I need to go a distance. I need to travel somewhere. I need to go somewhere, and it's sort of waiting for me to kind of do it, right? Kind of sort of make things happen. And the Knight says you have a couple of just really quick things that happen within the context of October as well. I think that you have a monetary opportunity that you may want to embrace, that you may want to do in October. I think that you have some interesting things going on. You have some interesting things going on locally. It's like there's a lot of stuff happening. I think that October is the emergency month, right? I have this emergency I need to do here. Not a bad emergency. A lot of times it means I have a limited scope of time to do this, to do that. It's definitely a react quickly month, and that's really going to be something that's kind of intriguing to you, right? I need to do this, I need to do that. Reacting, moving, getting things done. So yeah, I think that's going to be all right for you. But yeah, that's definitely a fast reaction, fast moving month with a lot of interesting things happening within it. So there we go. October between him and I. We know who the him is. Let's see if that's going to be all right. Let's see if that's going to be okay. You do love to travel. Well, there you go, Cinderella. Where have you been wanting to travel to? Like, what has been in your mind? Where have you been waiting to travel? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, too many responsibilities and no game. Yeah, way it goes. All right, let's see any changes October between him and I. You do have some things going on. I really think that they start talking to you in extremes, like they're coming in hot. Like I had a private reading the other day, and somebody said he's coming in hot. So I think you got somebody, he's coming in hot over here, right? The star. This is something that we need. This is something I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for you. This is, they're coming in a little bit hot. They're really working overtime here to make this happen. They're really working overtime here to impress you, to give you some things, to give you some opportunities. And they want to kind of see where this is going to take them. But they're really kind of just sort of almost in a demanding state in October. Now, I don't think the 1st of October, I think you're going to wait a little bit for this to sort of manifest, but they're sort of coming in hotter than they usually have been before. You have this new level of communication, they kind of have some stuff going through, and but this is the way it goes. But yeah, so you have new communication, Ace of Swords. We're talking about this. We have working at something. We're working pretty hard at something, and that sort of that connection. We're sort of laying a path together. And I really think something interesting as well is they want to sort of lay a path out. Like, here's a plan. You're like, wait a minute. Like, what's going on with this plan? They're laying out a plan here, right? They're just sort of laying it out. Overall, is this something you want to engage in, you want to participate in? I think you have a level of hesitation for that, but oh man, I don't know. You're definitely going to want some more information when it happens. And when it happens, you'll know it. You will know it indeed. So, there we go. There's how it goes. There's how it roams. We're roaming that thing going on there. A weird woman from the dog park. Oh my. So she comes up in a dog sick. She's like, yo, this is me. I'm a weird woman weird woman from the dog park. Does S have a crush on me? Me keeps telling me she misses me a lot. Does N has a crush on my boyfriend or me? Okay. I don't know. I guess we could do a throwdown. We'll do an epic throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Who do we have a crush on? And we'll use a doggy deck because why not? Because why not? I pre-ordered the Bohemian Gothic, and it costs as much as a grocery cart full of groceries. Buy groceries, buy Bohemian Gothic. I don't know. I mean, there's only so much ramen noodles you can eat before you get really sick. So, I'm just saying. All right. Does N have a crush on my boyfriend or me? Boyfriend is right here. Boyfriend, yes. Tower, death card. Wow. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat. That is a little bit difficult to beat right there. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to beat this with anything, actually. The Two of Cups followed by the Death and the Tower card for the crush on the boyfriend. I think the crush on the boyfriend is winning by a mile so far. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see and say so me, Seven of Wands, no. Magician, no. Three of Pentacles, no. I think that the boyfriend wins here. This is interesting. I think this person generates a massive amount, and I mean a massive amount of problems. And I think that you should dodge this person like an NFL running back heading for the goal line. Okay, the massive amount of dirty changes this person brings in here. You can't really see the death card with the tower without, your eyebrow raising a little bit like Spock in Star Trek. So it's like, well, then that's a little bit much. That's a little bit much for anybody. So, this person brings, again, a massive amount of problems with them, or at least a massive amount of changes. Not Samantha, what am I saying? All right, we got who donated? Somebody donated. And the phone. Stephanie donated. Stephanie, thank you very much for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Stephanie wants to know something, but my thing did not get her question. Let's see. Stephanie, let's see, donate PayPal contract. All right. How will the contract with CPET go? Let's see what's going on with all of that. All right. Weird Woman from the Dog Park is out, and Stephanie is in. A contract. How will this contract go? Oh, I don't know. The minute you sign something and you sit down and you commit it to writing, you never know what is going to happen next. Well, let's get a little bit of a Weird World tarot over here and get that rocking and moving. I'd starve a bit for the Bohemian Gothic. Hey, they say intermittent fasting is good for you. You know what I'm saying? So... intermittent fasting is supposedly really good for you. So intermittent fast for a month. I mean, that's a good $500 worth of food right there. It's just sort of like, I'm going to eat one meal a day. I'm going to be like really hungry, but I'm going to have a Bohemian Gothic town. Anyway, how will this contract go? Seven of Pentacles, Chariot, Sun, and Death. Now that is interesting that you got three majors right out of the gate. Where from a shuffled deck and I randomly pick the location. Three majors. The Death card. The contract doesn't go exactly as planned. There needs to be some lenience here towards I'm changing some of the deal, or I'm changing some of this contract. Obviously not all of it. I don't think it's detrimental as far as this goes, but it feels like the contract is mobile a little bit. It's changeable a little bit. Why do we say that? We got the Chariot smack in the middle here. Not only that, but you have the big change card at the end, the Death. So it's a mobile contract. Some changes are going to happen through there. Overall, the Seven of Pentacles says this is a good contract. Seven of Pentacles talks about planting the seeds for success, planting the pentacles in the ground, getting a harvest from that later. So that's going to be an important aspect here. So overall, you're looking at some decent money here. Are you looking at some decent, a decent contract through here is going to generate something worthwhile for you, whether it be pentacles, whether it be a stability, whether it be a decent job, whether it be straight up money. Seven of Pentacles says signing the contract, sticking with the contract gives you a lot of rewards that you're looking for. But the Chariot and the Death card do say you need to be very mobile with this. Because I think a lot of people are going to approach a contract as a literal kind of thing. It needs to go exactly this way. It needs to go exactly this procedures or what have you. But the Sun says once we shine light on some of the details of that contract, now the things start to morph a little bit and start to change a little bit. Does that make it now not worthwhile? I think that's irrelevant. I think that's not something present here. It's more a focus of being flexible and understanding the contract's going to do you good. Bottom line, right? That's the bottom line here. So there you go. Well, pretty interesting. A lot of majors here. This is something that's really going to be important to you. You can't put 3 majors on the table and ignore it. This is something that's going to be important. This is something that you're going to be looking at. This is definitely something that's going to be present. You're going to be thinking about it. You're going to be considering things. And there's going to be a lot of thought that's sort of, enveloped within the context of this contract indeed. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that reading. Cinderella, we enjoy you is next. Let's see what's going on with that. Next 2 weeks, we'll look it up and see where that is going to be. All right. We got Samantha, we got Jules, and then, we are out of here. We are out of here. We will be back on Thursday. Ooh, Thursday's my birthday. I'm giving away a ton of stuff. It is going to be a party. I'm just saying, it is going to be a party on a Thursday. All right, let's see what's going on here. That 5, oh man, be careful about battles. Choose your battles over the next 2 weeks. A lot of times you just don't want to just engage in battles. You don't want to engage in that kind of stuff. A lot of times that is going to be frustrating for you. It's not really going to be something where it's worth your time, effort, things like that. So I know you had some legal things happening. It's definitely not a time to engage in that, worry about that. Definitely not going to be something, right? Sort of skip out on any battles. Choose your battles. Don't engage in anything that's going to be a waste of your time. The King of Pentacles said this is really a time of blossoming, or a time of seeing some other things on the horizon. It feels like there's some fiery aspects, some cool things, some interesting things going on the horizon. And now you're starting to see it. Now you're starting to kind of look at where this is going to take me, what is going on in the next 2 weeks, right? Because the 20 says there's new opportunities on the horizon and you want to be ready for it. You don't want to be bogged down by stuff. You don't want to be bogged down by too many worries, too many things, too many negative things in there, because the new opportunities, the rebirth, the reincarnation's around the corner, and you want to be ready for it. So next 2 weeks, take it easy, pick your battles. Don't use a lot of energy for anything, because I think that there are a lot better things to focus on, be worried about, be focused on later, and you're starting to finally see some of that over the horizon. We'll see that. The person who is waiting for contact, a friend. All right, are they a friend? Are they not a friend? Let's get a little bit of Violet Soul Tarot over here. And then Jules had a question, but I don't know what it was. Was it Jules? Did you want a general? Is that what you wanted? I forgot what you wanted over there. Jules, let me know. Let me know, Jules. Did you already type it out? You may have typed it out. Yeah, you said general. Okay, we're good. We're good. You don't have to type it out. I got it. I got it going. All right. Well, let's see where we're going here. The person who's waiting for contact, are they a friend or not? Hierophant. There's somebody you used to know. They're not a good buddy. It's not like a best friend or anything else, but they are somebody you used to know, as the song goes. The Hierophant, that this was a connection that was in the past, that they just remember you. They kind of, understand that. They haven't been able to contact you. This is something kind of pulled back. I haven't been able to express myself, contact, get going. It's something where they need to connect. They need to get things going. They need to get things moving. So it's somebody that you used to know, but not like a current friend. Be random with me. What is going on? Appreciate you hanging out. How you doing tonight? All right, Jules is next. Was a little bit of a general. Let's make it happen. And then let's get out of here. We will be back on Thursday. We will be back on a Thursday. So will we stream tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe we will stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure that out when we figure that out. Jules wants to know Generala. Let's make it happen. See, Ultraviolet said, I don't use this deck enough. So I'm using it now, Ultraviolet. I know you're here because I see you typing with the cupcakes. All right, General, Nine of Wands with a 6 of Cups. Don't be hesitant to make new friends. I really think you have a new friend out there who is going to be connecting with you, who is going to be getting excited about this connection, who's going to be wanting to know some things, and they're going to be kind of sort of exhilarated by you, and they want to get to know you. They want to get some interesting things from you, and I think that you can share a lot of cool things along with that, right? That Nine of Wands, a wounded warrior, a little bit of a porcupine. Maybe I'm not prepared for this. Maybe I'm not ready, but definitely don't be hesitant to make a new friend. I think that's going to be very powerful. And a sort of, a new friend as well gives you some things that you haven't gotten before. Maybe sort of gives you some new ideas, give you some innovative sort of things where you're sort of going with that. Six of Pentacles says you have a gift coming soon. It's almost like either a gift from maybe a family member or a gift from somebody here. It feels like that this gift is going to be something unexpected. It's going to be kind of exciting. It's definitely going to be, all right at the end of the day there. Six of Pentacles just says be prepared for the gift. Definitely be thankful. I think that you have some things coming in, and this is going to be something important and something that definitely sort of resonates with you and gets you excited and gets you going. Overall, the Six of Swords, be looking at longer term plans than shorter term. Short term doesn't work for you right now. Focus on long-term things right now, and I think that's going to be a very powerful moment and something you definitely want to work for towards, right? So long-term plans instead of short-term. Lean in that long-term direction. Play the long-term chess game rather than the checkers game here, because I think that you have some things that are a little bit more complex that need a little bit of the longer game to make some strides here, but sort of be ready to make that happen. Leo girl, thank you for your donation. You did donation after the cutoff, so Leo girl, we will get you first thing tomorrow. Thank you for everybody for being here. I greatly appreciate you. And we will see you tomorrow.